Honestly, pretty cool. This is the Sonic Boom Cliffside Launcher playset from Tomy, released in 2016, I believe. Originally made to promote, of course, the Sonic Boom toy line, video game, and cartoon series. What's really interesting is these are surprisingly hard to come by. Unlike Tails' Plane or Blue Force 1, or even Sonic and Burnbot set, this is far harder to come by. In fact, I had to buy mine for about $100. In fact, when the image came up on eBay, when this came up on eBay, I actually didn't think it was a real listing. I thought it was a scam listing. But you see these rarely ever go up online, and when they do, it's either just the figure and the spinner, or the figure with another accessory or another figure from the line. You don't really expect to find the whole thing complete, especially with as good as it looks. There's a little bit of damage around the edges, and of course there's bending of the cardboard in several spots, including the hang hook, which I assume the hook was there just to have marketing push, but other than that, it's complete. It's still 100% intact. In fact, this is the first time I've seen a Sonic Boom product in the wild that has this good of packaging, other than, of course, secondhand stores where they're selling them for like $5, and they don't even realize that people can't even find these in regular retail for lower than at all. The other reason why this is such a good find is it isn't just a playset. Yes, you can put the spinner in there, launch it with this green button on the top, but it also works as a display stand. I don't have any of my Boom figures out. However, there are pegs located at the top and either side of the playset to hold the figures in place via foot peg, much like how later on they would expand on this with the Eggmobile, Blue Force 1, the hoverboards, etc. The real shame is this is the only real Sonic playset to exist. Think about it. They have never made a real Sonic playset before. And no, the Eggman and Metal Sonic 2-pack by Jazzwares doesn't count at all. This is the only actual playset with play value and display value at the same time. This is a really big step forward by Tomy. It's impressive, the foresight that they had, because it's almost like what Kenner realized with Star Wars. It's not just about the characters, it's about location and equipment. That's why they released the Falcon and the X-Wing. But with Tomy's Sonic Boom line, of course, they couldn't just make playsets and vehicles. Sure, they did that, but what are you going to really work with when you have a toy line that has misconnections with both the animation company Guido at the time and the game development studio Sega and Big Red Button? All in all, it's a good set. And if you can find it for lower than how much I paid for this, $100, if you can find it in decent condition, even out of the box, I would suggest picking this up. Now, if you already have the Sonic Boom figures, no matter what release, whether it's the hero pack or it's the multi-pack with the hero characters, with the exception of Styx and Dr. Eggman, or you already have a bunch of the Boom figures, I would still recommend picking this up if you're able to find it. These things come up online so rarely that it's just worth picking up. And besides, it's a time capsule of the time it was made. You never really see boom figures anymore. You don't see them out in the wild like this anymore. And, you know, people are going to look back on this stuff and they're going to be like, yeah, that was pretty fun. That was a pretty interesting concept. Especially since these are the only times you're ever going to see these characters in these designs. So, yeah, definitely a good product, a good find, a good buy.